One of the main projects I lead at NIWA is our estuary restoration program, which looks at restoring seagrass and shellfish populations, but also in mangrove management. We've seen large decreases in our shellfish populations over the years, both in terms of general overharvestings, but also we've had a lot of impacts from what we do on land. We often tend to see a lot more sediments coming into our estuaries and our coasts, and these sediments have very negative impacts on a lot of our shellfish populations as well as seagrass. So my research in estuary restoration to look at three major aspects: restoring shellfish beds, restoring seagrass meadows, but also looking at one of the big political issues of the day in coastal management, what to do about mangroves. Our mangrove populations are increasing quite substantially, and the rough estimate is about 4% in increase in distribution per year. Mangroves do have ecological value, both in terms of coastal protection, the services they provide within the trophic food web, and also looking at carbon sequestration and nutrient cycling and other aspects. What comes out in a lot of the consents to remove mangroves is that mangroves are a very low value degraded system, which is not actually the case. Mangroves are actually quite important to how our coasts function. We're looking at different techniques of both managing the expansion of seedlings and also managing whether or not removing an adult population will be successful in terms of returning it to a different ecologically healthy environment. A lot of the research that we were looking into in terms of ecological values provided by mangroves, we really didn't have. We had a little bit of information on the value of mangroves is for fish and for birds, but generally it's known that they're much less valuable compared to tropical mangroves, where it's very well known that mangroves provide very valuable habitat for fish, for birds, and for a number of other species. Those aspects really don't apply in our New Zealand mangroves. However, a lot of the things that we've looked at, carbon and nutrient cycling, carbon sequestration, for example, which is important in mitigating against climate change, when we've actually tried to quantify the numbers for our New Zealand mangroves, we find that they're actually quite similar or even greater than tropical mangrove ecosystems. Certainly this was surprising, but definitely the case.